Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford and Tanya Gail here. Marcus with the Idaho Quadcopter channel, Tanya with
Tanya Gail Adventures.
We have the Autel Evo Nano Plus. Tanya has never seen this guy fly, so we're going to put it up in the air and fly it around Eagle Island State Park here. Now, one of the things we're not going to do, we're not going to do any tracking with it, Tanya.
No, none
No
whatsoever.
tracking.
No, it's going to go up, it's going to fly, and then it's going to land.
Then it's going to land.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okie dokie. So the Sky app is telling us we're safe to fly. We are shooting in full auto. We should be at 4K 30 frames per second. Yeah, 4K 30 frames per second. And so we're going to turn that off. We're going to start recording right now. Maybe. Yeah, we started recording. And just as an explanation, what happens with this drone when you start recording, it's only recording now in 1080p. I think that's for processor power. As soon as we take off, it'll stop that recording and it'll start another recording in the 4K that we selected. So I'm going to do a auto takeoff on the app. So pushing on that H there, and it should give me a slider. There we go. And there it started recording right there. You know, we had a little recording from the beginning, but then it started, and Tanya's getting a good look at the drone, and it does have obstacle avoidance, Tanya. So that's why you're hearing the, well, that's the downward sensor, but in the front of it here, well, I don't know if it's going to move because we haven't moved it yet, but it does have front and rear obstacle avoidance. So Tanya's getting some good GoPro footage for us here. Hey, now we're in, you know what we're in right now? We're in droney range right now.
Ah, journey.
Yeah. I'm going to drop the camera just a little bit so that I'm ready to go.
Hold on. All right, we're recording.
You tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Reversing up now, reverse and up, straight up. And as you can tell, Tanya, I've got one stick up and one stick down, and it's not gaining altitude terribly fast. But watch when I let go of the reverse stick, the right stick, and look at it go straight up then. So I mean, it definitely, it holds the power as to, in other words, when you are doing two stick inputs, you're not going to get full speed with either one of them, I guess is what I was trying to say there.
Oh, I see. It's sort of.
Yeah, it distributes the power evenly. So I'm going to just go on a little flight here first, Tanya. I'm heading for that cell phone tower. You know me, I love cell phone towers. No. I'm heading for that cell phone. I'm heading for that cell phone tower off in the distance.
Not gonna look. Not gonna look.
We're going to do an orbit around that tower is what we're going to do. And what we're looking at right here is that is a spot for people to park their horse trailers when they come over here to ride their horses. Fly their horses. Well, you know, maybe somebody has Pegasus and he'll fly. But I've actually flown drones from there before. So we're going to keep moving that direction. And we're moving at about a little over 9 meters per second. So that's in normal mode, standard mode as Autel calls it. And Tanya, take a look at the FPV. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's quite bright.
Yeah, doesn't look too bad at all.
And horizon's fairly level. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we are almost there. We're getting close. Let's drop some altitude. Slow down as we get there. We can get closer than that. We're going to put it into, well, I was trying to change the speed mode here. Yeah, that goes into ludicrous, but we're not going to go. We're going to click it one more time and we're going into smooth mode. That's what Tanya would use.
Exactly.
So were you laughing at ludicrous mode?
Every time I hear that I think of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Well, no, you're thinking of Spaceballs. was ludicrous mode.
Oh, it was ludicrous mode and Spaceballs.
Yeah, yeah.
You wanted them. They're both
Yeah.
good. They're both good.
Yeah, but Autel calls their high-speed mode. So that's a big old, there's a ton of cell phone antenna on top of that tower. And we're just going to do a rotation right around it. And Tanya, you're watching me. I'm doing a manual rotation. I'm not using any automated flight modes.
Show off.
Yeah. I had a little tiny little stutter on FPV there, but we're quite a ways away, and it's doing perfectly here. Cell phone towers are a great place to practice your orbits.
Definitely.
So there we go. So I'm just going to keep going sideways here, and I'm going to show you guys the Boise River. Let's grab some altitude. There it is. It's you can see it down there in between the trees.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's our Boise.
Yeah. So we're going to get out of smooth mode. We're going to go back into
Ludicrous mode?
standard mode this time. Well, we can go. Let's go into ludicrous mode. Now we got to remember, it tells us in ludicrous we do not have obstacle avoidance. Full stick forward. Let's see how fast this guy will go. And this is in camera priority ludicrous mode, so it won't go up to that full 15 meters per second. We got to go into a menu to change that. The Nano Plus, it's got two versions of its sport mode or ludicrous mode. It's got one that prioritizes the camera to keep the camera from dipping as the drone banks forward, or pitches forward, I should say. Where's he at? He sounds way off. We're here in an aircraft, but he is way, way to the east of us, at least
spotted. He's way.
Yeah, and way up there too. So my spotter got eyes on him, and so I'm going to fly back over here towards. We're going to go right around the pond by the park, and then we're going to bring this guy back and let Tanya have a turn on the sticks. Yeah, no, it's not that bad. Come on. And so everything we're looking at here, folks, this is Eagle Island State Park. This little pond that you see here it's a man-made thing. There's a beach there that you can see on the other side, and we're going to stay well away from it. We're not going to go over it. And you can even see some of those little towers there. Those are for a zip line. There's a company that runs a zip line here in the summertime. And then in the wintertime, and you guys have seen it on my videos before, they stack up a bunch of man-made snow, and they do a big snow slide up at the on the other side of the park here that people can go. It's either a tube hill, or I think that's whatever they do. They do just strictly tubes. But let me kind of. Yeah, and I got an aircraft nose error there. So the obstacle avoidance is a little bit wonky on this guy. Got that. Was thinking it had something in front of it, and it doesn't. But there's the beach.
So you're over here.
Yeah. So we're gonna bring it back to us. We're off there in that other corner.
The trees are popping.
Yeah, trees are really starting to pop. In fact, yeah, I was gonna fly down that, but I'm not gonna, because there might be some people there. So we're gonna stay on this side. And I'm going to bring it right back to us, Tanya, and I'm going to let you have a turn on these sticks. So we are full stick forward and ludicrous mode, and it's not quite 12 meters per second, about 11 and a half. And I am dropping altitude as we come. Actually, I was going the wrong way. I was heading toward, I had target fixation. I was targeted on the building behind us instead of where we're at, Tanya.
Oops.
I was looking at that building. No, I was looking at that building, and that's why I was heading that direction. So bring it back. I'm going to go back into normal mode. Standard mode, as Autel calls it. And here comes that little drone. Elevator coming down. Elevator. And forward. And this is what you'll never see Tanya do, is quick moves like this.
Gotta get the garlic out.
Yeah, that's the downward facing sensors on mine are a little bit defective. I get that warning sometimes when there's really nothing under the drone. So if you look here, it says that there's something 1.1 meters under the drone. Well, how high is the drone right now? It's 5.3 meters in the air. So that's defective.
It's detecting ghosts.
Yeah. So we got a car coming in here, so we're going to be aware of that.
Yeah.
But I am going to hand this control over to Tanya. In fact, let's get in front of the camera here to do the handoff.
All right. Do the official handoff.
The official handoff. Tanya, you have the controls.
Cool. Engage. Let's see. Let's maybe forward a bit.
Yeah. And it's got obstacle avoidance, so
It does.
you're going to see that.
Wow. Hello.
And this
Hi. I'm going to introduce myself.
Tanya Gail with Tanya Gail Adventures.
Yeah, with Tanya Gail Adventures. The new captain.
Yeah.
Let's see what you can do.
The new pilot.
New pilot. And again, ooh, look at this.
But the controls are very familiar, right?
Yep,
I mean, it's just
same
like,
thing.
yeah, and they're very smooth controls. Autel,
Coming down, coming down.
for my money, Tanya, Autel has as nice a controls, or very close to as nice a controls as DJI does. They're very, very good.
Okay. We're on standard mode. Let's see. We got our pause.
Yep.
And that would be return to home.
That'd be return to home, right?
Okay. It says safe to fly. It's beeping the heck out of us.
It's because of that downward sensor that I was
4
telling you about.
meters. That says that there's something. Okay, I see what you're saying about
Yeah.
that.
And that's what I've been bugging Autel about, and so far nothing.
So far,
And this drone has been defective since the day I bought it. Various things. Some of them have been resolved. Initially the gimbal, you'd get those micro shakes in the camera. They resolved that, believe it or not, with firmware updates.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, which I thought was impossible, but I have to say they did. The other, then I've had sensor issues with it. Well, you saw me get some faultsing there when I was flying it earlier. Every once in a while you'll get a faults forward. It'll think that there's something in front of it when there's not. You're way up there in the air.
All right, come on back. Come on back. We're gonna, yep, forward. All right, where are we? Ah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at us. Let's turn you around. Let's yaw you. Now yaw you. We're gonna yaw you. Wow.
Yeah, see, so
Wow.
that gave you a sensor error, didn't it? That forward
Yep.
obstacle avoidance.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's way up in the air. There's nothing there.
I know there's nothing here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, good shot of the mountains.
But I'll tell you what's brilliant about this drone,
Yeah.
Tanya, what is just the best thing about it, and
Yeah.
why do we buy GPS camera drones? For the camera, we want good video and good. And this camera is amazing on
yes,
this drone.
I know
it's
it.
really good.
That's what kills me.
Yeah.
You really could outpace anything that DJI offers. If
well,
you get
I'm not sure I would go that
Well-
far, but it's really good. It's got that RYYB sensor that
Yeah.
they say is better for low light. Now,
yeah, I'd like to try.
I'm going to say for me, I'm typically flying midday like this, so
Yeah.
for me, it's neither here nor there. But if you're somebody that's always flying in very low light conditions, night flying,
This would probably be the drone
that'd
for
be
you.
it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing some fun flying, and we're gonna yaw this
go right
way.
ahead. And there's no geofencing with this drone either, Tanya. It's,
Wow.
Well, as opposed to, like with a DJI drone, if you're in controlled airspace, you have to unlock the drone to fly.
Yeah.
Autel will warn you, but they will not prevent the drone from flying.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why a lot of people like Autel, because they don't have to go through that step.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it really it turns on a dime. I'm I'm doing some quick maneuvers here, and
Yeah.
it's just like completely responsive.
Yeah, you would have no reason to think that you weren't flying at what we're used to, which is a DJI product. I mean, the controls are really good flight controls.
Wow. I mean, it's quite responsive.
Yeah.
I know.
And
it's
I'm going to
boring.
say, you know what, the way the drone the speed of the drone and the way it handles to me. They've improved it, but it's closer to a Mavic Mini than it is to a Mini 2 in that regard. I'm saying your Mini 2,
I'm
yeah, that's
getting
that downward sensor again. I recognize the tone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm just going to take it and then woo. All right, we'll slowly come to a stop, then we back up because we don't do any jarring.
Yeah.
Jarring moves. Ooh. Can I do a return to home?
You can do whatever you like. You are the pilot in command.
Doing that. Return to home landing. The aircraft will ascend to 36 meters. Return to home. Return to home. Please make sure no obstacles. We have nothing here.
Returning to home.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see. It does not have precision landing, so you may have to cancel it.
Okay. And hello, you.
And the cancel, I'm trying to remember on this guy.
Is right there, big red button.
Yeah,
landing. Please make sure landing point is safe. Unsafe environment. Confirm to continue landing.
Oh, yeah. Autel, come on.
So is it telling you? It may.
Warning.
What I often get is
unsafe
that warning.
Environment.
Yeah, I get that almost every time. So you have to click out
landing.
of that.
Please make sure landing point is
down.
safe.
Now often you'll click out of that and it'll just sit there and hover, and you end up landing it, which is fine. That's not that big a deal.
I know,
but it doesn't work. But it doesn't work like it should.
Okay, you ain't coming anywhere near here. We're gonna cancel you.
Return to home. Cancel.
Perfect.
I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna move my camera completely down because I want to see what's below me. Oh, let me just get in
The
the
aircraft battery is low. Please return home.
Yeah.
I see this camera must have overheated a little bit.
All right, it's going to do another return to home. Cancel, because we are returning to home.
Oh, I ran out of battery on this guy.
Yeah, that's fine.
I thought it overheated, but I ran out of battery.
It's battery. I saw that, so I was like, "Ooh, there we are, right dead center." Are we?
No, I need to come forward just a little. I'm thinking that's going to be pretty close. Lander.
I am. It's coming down.
Boom. On the pad.
For the win.
Tanya Gail Adventures is on the pad. Hey folks, I evidently lost the file that I had of the conclusion that Tanya and I did out in the field after flying the Autel Evo Nano Plus. But at any rate, we had a good time. Took it around Eagle Island State Park there, and I hope you enjoyed some of those views. The drone has a brilliant camera on it. Tanya was impressed with the flight controls of the drone, and she's seen video before, and she knows that the video is really good. We experienced a couple of issues with the downward sensor again, and we got some falsing on the forward sensors as well. But otherwise, I'm going to say the drone flew just fine. So, yeah, like I said, she had never flown an Autel drone before. Picked up the controller, felt right at home. She felt right at home with the app as well. So that says something about how all that is laid out. So it turned out pretty good. So I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And most of all, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And yeah, we're going to see you on the next one. The Autel Evo Nano Plus. Not a bad little drone. See you guys later.